Good morning. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the aggregate functions in SQL. So before going to the aggregate functions, we are going to I'm going to discuss about the group by class and having class. Okay. Now, first we'll see the definition for the aggregate function. Then we'll discuss what is the need of that and where we are going to implement that. SQL aggregate function calculates on a set of values and returns a single value. Consider an example. Now I'm calculating the total marks of the each student, right? And I want to display the average of the each student. Okay, so we are not going to write again formula for that. We have a predefined function, that is average. With the help of that average function, you can easily calculate the average of the student. As well as, for example, I want to calculate total salary of the employees so that I can go to the bank and I deposit the amount on the employee's salary. So what we have a function, some function we have. That means what? All the employee rows it will take and it will return how many number of values it will return? Only one value it is going to return. Such functions are called as average aggregate functions. Clear? Now, a list of values and returns the average. So this average function takes the list of values, that means list of the values, salaries of the employees, and returns the salaries of the employee. If you take average, it will return the average salaries of the employees. If you take some of the employee salaries will be returned. So first we'll see group by. Now here, group by class divides the result set into groups values and aggregate functions returns a single value for each group. Okay. Now, first you will see group by. So, what is mean by group? So, you have MPC group, BIPC group, MECS group, MPCS group, BZC, BTech. So, like that, we have different kinds of groups. Considering BTech, we have mechanical, CSC, electrons. Like that, here also, whatever the table you are taking, in the table, if you want to find out the functions by dividing them, for example, I want to calculate the salaries of the employees who are managers, who are cashiers, who are accountants, who are clerks. That means based on their designation, I want to calculate their salaries. That means I am dividing the groups. First, I am considering the employee table. In that employee table, I am dividing the employees into groups by their designation and I want to calculate their sum of the salaries or average of the salaries or highest salary or my minimum salary. I want to find out. That means what? First of all, I am dividing the table, I am grouping the table by their names and later on that I'm performing the actions over the table. That means wherever you want to perform aggregate functions, first you should divide the table. So for the dividing of a table, we are taking group by class. So internally the table is not going to divide, only temporarily it assumes that the table is in a groups. Okay. Now first, we'll see the syntax of the group by class. Now, so the group by class syntax is what? Select. Here C1 is nothing but column name. Aggregate functions. Whatever the aggregate functions you want, you can write over there. C2 is a column name and based on which column you are grouping and based on which column you are performing the action. Consider here C1 is group by column. This aggregate function I want to perform on this column. So if you look over one example, you'll easily understood. From table, group by, C1, right? You can use aggregate functions as expressions only in the following. You have one more class, that is having. So later on next session we'll discuss about having. So you can combine with the group by with the having class also. Now first we'll see the some of the examples for the group by class. Now, so just look over here, example of group by. Next I'll explain you everything. So here what I am doing, select department name, that means select column 1, one aggregate function, column 2. So just I am giving a name here for the new column. From employee table, group by is a keyword and this is the column name. That means based on which column you want to do the aggregate function. Clear? So if I say minimum salary, I want to find a particular employees, I'll group by salary. If I want to find out in each and every department the minimum salary, instead of salary you should specify here department name. That means group by whatever the column you are specifying there, that is used to divide that into the groups. Clear? And whatever the column you are specifying in an aggregate function, whatever the column you are performing here, aggregate function on salary. So this is aggregate function, this is the column. So this aggregate function will perform over that column. Clear? So here you should understand two things. What is C1? What is C2 here? So C1, whatever the group by you are saying, C1 here, this C1 is nothing but column 1. Based on this column, internally the groups are divided, right? That is first thing. One more thing is what? Whatever the aggregate function you are specifying here, this function will perform action on this column C2, right? So C2 is column on which the aggregate function will perform the action. C1 is a column which are going to divide the group by class. Clear? Now, here we have some of the aggregate functions, that is average, count, max, min, sum. Okay. Now, first we'll see average function. So average function returns the average values in a set. The syntax of average is what? Average, right? You can go for the all or distinct. All means what? You should consider all the rows of a table, whereas distinct means unique values of a table. For example, here I have like 4,000 salary, right? Next, sorry, 40, 50 numbers are there. Again 30 number is there. Again 40 number is there, right? If I say all means it will make the average of all these four values. Okay. If I say distinct, distinct is nothing but unique. Distinct is nothing but unique. Unique means what? No repeated values. So if I say distinct, what the values it will take? 40 it will take, 50 it will take, 30 it will take. But this 40 already is here. So this will not taken by average. Only it will take the average of these three numbers only. Clear? That means if any repetitions are there, that will not accept if you write distinct. If you not write anything, it will take all as by default, right? So here that all I'm saying. The all keyword instructs the average functions to calculate the average of all the values, while distinct keyword forces the functions to operate on the distinct values only. By default, all option is used. Okay. Next is the minimum function. So minimum function is nothing but, so it function returns the minimum value. So minimum value of the particular column. So minimum column name or expression. So this is the syntax of the minimum. For example, I want to find out minimum salary of my employee. So in employee table, if you have 10 employees, out of the 10 employees, I want to find minimum salary is what. So for that we use what? Select department name, minimum salary from employee table, group by salary. So if you say group by salary, this salary will be displayed according to the department name. Consider in our employee table, okay, so in our employee table, wait a minute, I'll show you with the example. So I'm connecting to the Oracle 10G server, right? Already we have a table. Select star from employee 1, right? Now in this employee 1, I am going to perform aggregate functions. Now I want to display the average salary of the employee. So how we are going to display? Select what I want to perform, average function. On which column you want to perform? Average salary. From which table? Employee 1 table. So what you are getting here? Average salary of all these employees. Yes or no? So it calculates the sum and makes it by division by 10 so that you are getting average. So what you are getting here? AVG ESAL you are getting. For example, I want to give a name to this temporary column so that you can write like this. Select what we say, average salary. I want to give a name. So to which column I want to give the name? Average employee salary. So this is a column. So average salary is in column. To that I want to give a name as average salary. So just this is a temporary name only, EMP1. So what you are getting here? So observe the difference between here and here. So here you are not giving any name. So it is taking by default this name only, average employee salary. But here this name I am renaming like this, AVG salary. That means after one column name space, if you write a new column, that will be here. Average salary of the employee is here. Now come to the group by. So what is mean by group by? Here what I am getting? I am getting that all the employee salaries at one place. Now I don't want to do like this. I want to do the salaries of the employees by manager, by clerk, by cashier, by accountant. That means individual employee designations I want to do average salary. So that means what? Out of 10 rows, I'm making a groups. Employee group, clerk group, manager group, sub-manager group, accountant group, cashier group. Wait a minute. Here, what we are doing, average salary is nothing but whatever the salaries are here, first internally this function adds all the values. 12,000 plus 3,500 plus 3,400 plus 3,400 plus 7,400. So like that all the values are added. And what is the average formula? Total by number of columns. Sorry, number of rows. So whatever the total is there, that is divided by what? 10. So our average salary ఎంత వస్తుంది? 29,120. That means 29,120 వస్తుంది. సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నాను అంటే దీనికి 2 నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటేంటి యావరేజ్ శాలరీ అని ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్‌గా ఒక నేమ్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? సో, ఇక్కడ ఏమొస్తుంది నేమ్? ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం నేమ్ ఇవ్వలేదు. న్యూ కాలమ్ కదా మనకొచ్చింది. న్యూ రో కదా! ఈ న్యూ రోకి మనం ఏం నేమ్ ఇవ్వలేదు. సో, ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఇచ్చామో అదే నేమ్ ఇక్కడ మనకొచ్చేసింది. కానీ అలా కాకుండా ఏదైతే ఒక కొత్త రో వచ్చిందో మనకిప్పుడు, ఆ రో టెంపరరీ రో. పర్మనెంట్‌గా మనకు ఆ టేబుల్‌లో ఉండదు. ఆ రోకి మీరేదైనా నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? ఏదైతే రాస్తున్నారో దాని పక్కన స్పేస్ ఇచ్చి దానికొక కొత్త నేమ్ ఇచ్చేయాలి. ఈ నేమ్ ఇస్తే ఏమవుతుంది అంటే, ఇక్కడ యావరేజ్ ఈ సాలరీ అనే బదులు, ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏదైతే కొత్త నేమ్ ఇచ్చారో, ఆ నేమ్ అనేది మనకు డిస్‌ప్లే అవుతుంది. క్లియరా? Now I'm writing a query to group by class. Select. So what I want to display? Average salary according to the designation. So employee designation. So employee designation column is there. Now employee designation, comma. On employee designation column, what you want to perform? Action, aggregate function. I want to perform average of employee salary, right? From which table? Employee one table, group by. So on which column you are grouping? You are grouping by E designation. Clear this? So here whatever E designation you are specifying, that is going to be divided into groups. On that groups, we are performing an action of average E salary. See here what you are getting: cashier, accountant, manager, clerk, and sub manager. So look over here example. How many number of groups are there? Manager is one group, accountant is one group, clerks these two becomes one group, sub manager is one group, and cashier is one group. Totally we have five groups. So in the result you are getting five groups. On these five groups, what you are performing? Average salary. Take an example of this. So what is this? Two clerks are there. 3,400, 3,400. Overall, how much the salary will be? 6,800. Yes or no? 6,800 by 2. 6,800 by 2. Again, 3,400. So what you are getting? 3,400 you are getting here. Clear? So that means what? Add divided by number of cashiers. So two cashiers are there, 3,400, 3,400. Overall is 6,800 by 2. Again 3,400. That means this group by class is used to divide the groups, and these aggregate functions will perform on these groups. So you should remember that whatever the column name you are writing after group by, this must be here. దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్, ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే గ్రూప్ బై క్లాస్ లో మీరు ఏదైతే కాలమ్ నేమ్ స్పెసిఫై చేస్తున్నారో ఆ కాలమ్ నేమ్ అనేది ఇక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ లో ఖచ్చితంగా ఉండాలి. అయితేనే మన గ్రూప్ బై యాక్షన్ అనేది అవుతుంది. ఓకే, క్లియర్? నౌ సో average we completed. Now I'm going to display the minimum, right? So you have minimum, same thing what we are writing, min means what? Minimum salary I want to display in each group of employee designations. See what you are getting, these are the minimum salaries of the employees. So first look our example here. How many managers you have? First manager, second manager. So this manager salary is 12,000. This manager salary is, oh, we are declaring more. 2,30,000 we are declaring. So which is the minimum? 12,000 is the minimum. So we are making the groups first. Then the minimum salary is what? 12,000. Again, look for the cashiers. So there are three cashiers are there. One cashier salary is 5,000. One cashier salary is 6,000. One cashier salary is 5,500. So what is the minimum? So the minimum is 5,000. So what you are getting here? 5,000 is the minimum salary getting here. Clear? So clear this? Now. Now here average completed, minimum completed. Now we'll see maximum. So maximum means what? Like minimum salary you are getting, max means what? Maximum value it is going to display, right? Here the view syntax is what? Select department name, max, column name, highest salary. That means I am renaming that from employees group by salary. So here you should not get salary, here you should get department name. So mistake is here. Here you should write department name. Whatever the column name you are specifying here, the same column should be after group by. Okay. So this is wrong. So department name you should write here. Right. Next, count. Count is nothing but it will count how many number of unique rows are there. For example, I want to calculate how many number of cashiers are there, how many number of managers are there, how many number of accountants are there. For example, in college database, how many number of courses are there, how many number of unique student names are there, how many number of unique groups are there. That means count is used to count the rows in a particular table according to your group by column, or directly how many number of rows are there. Now count, here also you can write all or distinct. All means all the rows, distinct means unique rows. Next, column name and expression. So if you write count star means all the rows will be here. So select a department name, count star. I'm giving a rename. So whatever the new column it will, new row it will give. So it will give a new row. So that I'm renaming as head count from the employees group by employee designation. So this column name you should write here employee department name here also. Okay. Sum means what? Addition of all the rows. So this is sum. Sum means sum of the salaries of the all the employees according to the department ID. So department name you consider, or you can consider department ID also, right? Now we'll see the practicals of this. Now next we have maximum. So max means what? Maximum salaries I want to display according to the designation, right? So if I want to rename this new column, so this is a new column, just temporary. I'm renaming that as highest salary. So if you execute, what you are getting, whatever highest sal column you are giving, that column you are getting here. So if you are not writing any name for this, max employee salary you are getting. That means if you want to rename a column, after writing the column name you have to write another new column, so that this column name is temporarily modified as soon as you execute a query only. Clear? So you completed average, maximum, minimum. Now we'll see count. So first I'll show you sum. So sum means what? Sum of the salaries of the employees by group. So total cashier salary is this, total accountant salary is this, total manager salary, clerk salary, sub manager salary. Sum means what? Individually, how much I'm paying to the cashiers, how much amount I'm paying to the accountant, how much amount I'm paying to the clerks, right? And last, I'll show you count. Count, which column will count? Employee designation will count. See, how many number of cashiers are there? 3 cashiers, 2 accountants, 2 managers, 2 clerks, 2 sub-managers. See, look over in the example. How many number of managers are there? 1 manager, 1 manager, 2 clerks, 3 cashiers, 1 sub-manager, 2 accountants. So, same you are getting here. Clear? So, this is about count. So, if I say star, So what you are getting? Star means all also. If you write like this also, all also. If I say, if I say distinct, right? Distinct employee designation. So what you are getting? Distinct means what? Do not repeat. So if you not repeat, only one accountant, one clerk, one cashier, one sub manager you'll get. Right? So distinct means take only unique values it is taking. So this is about your aggregate functions. Not only this, you have some statistical functions also like variance, mean, mode. So those are not according to our syllabus. If you are interested, we'll discuss in the next sections.